because they picked up all the utensils that were treif, and this is the Torah defines how to kosher them. If something became treif through fire, if you had a pan, it was like, oh, you had a barbecue grill. You had a barbecue grill, lady. Oh, you're a vegetarian, right? So you were throwing cheese on it. You had like
corn or potatoes.
You had you had corn on the cob. You threw it on the barbecue. But that's not going to treif it. No, you want to have corn on the cob on the barbecue, right? But right before that, you had it, like your next door neighbor, the goy had it, right? And they were smoking like pork on it.
Yeah.
They were doing pork or non-kosher slaughtered hamburgers. It's going to have the taste when you put your corn on the cob on it.
Yeah.
Even if you clean it,
yeah.
you wash it off really well. It's not going to happen because when it heats up through the fire, it's going to release from the walls of the barbecue. The taste of the pork is going to go right into your corn. You had corn-fed pork. This is going to be pork-fed corn.
Yeah.
Okay, you understand that? So the Torah says the way to kosher that is kabbalah kapolto. Just like it became treif, that's the way you're going to kosher it. So you're going to take a fire, you're going to heat it up, and you're going to Bunsen. What do you call this?
Bunsen burner.
A flame torch, blow torch, or you're going to turn on the barbecue really hot and just turn everything red hot. If it went through water, lady, let's say like you had soup, so then you kosher a soup bowl by filling it up with hot water, and you kosher it. Have you ever done any koshering?
Not a lot.
Oh, okay. Well, this is like where folks, if you want to learn about this, it's very, very detailed. But all of the sources for all of that is this week's Parsha, that God comes out and He says that something requires if it get treif through fire, then you kosher it through fire. If it became treif through cooking it, in water, then you're going to do what's called a hagayla, and you're going to boil over in a pot. And I'm talking right over you. You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
No, I know what you're talking about.
Okay. You ever see like before Pesach that they had like a big community pot and everybody throws in there whatever? Okay. There it all comes from this week's Parsha.
So we all had different mitzvahs that we're strong on. Like, I'm not the strongest person in the world on utensils. On the other hand, I'm really strong on loving your neighbor shikser as yourself.
That's not even a mitzvah. That's not even a mitzvah.
And so a big concern of Torah is keeping the Torah world and Jews separate from the non-Jews. So you just can't say like I just did, I want to love my neighbor as myself and go out and bang a lot of shiksas. That's not really what the Torah has in mind when it enjoins you to love your neighbor.
However, it's a huge inyan in Leviism.
Exactly, and it's a much happier place. It's a lot more fun. Jews are good at pointing out flaws. So the Jewish tradition argues with God, Abraham argues with God, Moses argues with God. The Midrash, for example, at times finds flaws in Moshe's behavior. So Jews have often led societal revolutions. Jews are good at deconstructing society and finding its flaws. Most Jews are not radicals, but many radicals are Jews. 23 verses in this week's Parsha on how booty is given out. So you don't just come back from war and you got a lot of booty and you just start handing it out. It's like, let's have a booty call. I got some booty here. I want some of that. So all these laws and verses on how booty is given out is to make the practice of war more civilized, because it knows that natural man, when it comes to booty, is just going to take what he wants. But now there are laws about booty, and you have to give it out in a certain way, and some has to go to God and some to the Levites. So how do you feel, Rabbi Raz, when your email goes unanswered?
We've discussed that at length here. I think everybody knows my answer. Ravs doesn't like to be ignored, and when he is ignored, then he ends up, if you ignore me, then I ignore you, and I will cut you off from my life. I mean, I just don't tolerate it. You know that for a fact. You've seen some of our mutual friends go down the pipes because they ignored my email. So
there's a good essay in the New York Times on this on Sunday. What I often do not do well when my emails are not answered. I feel quite abandoned.
Well, that's a different answer than you gave us last year, maybe.
I have many different answers, but I tell myself that no answer to my email is an answer. It's just an answer that I do not like.
Okay, last year you told us that you have low expectations for people. So if they ignore you, you don't care because you don't expect them to pay attention to you to begin with.
Well, that's the way I generally try to conduct myself, but sometimes I'm weak, and
Okay.
you know, and it really does get to me.
Okay. I'm gonna be that. See, what makes me special is that I have faults, but
So many things make you special.
But I have faults, right? And
Oh, no, not too many.
Whatever, but I don't hide them. I will tell you. I put them right in your face. I say, look, here's one of my faults. One of my faults is I can't stand it when you ignore me. If you're going to ignore me, it's not going to work with me and you being friends, because that's not called a friend to me. So I will just cut your ass off. You ignore me, you're gone, right? And I do it all the time.
Can you bring up the chat room? Because I'm done with my notes.
You're done with everything?
I'm done with my notes. Let's bring up the chat room.
By the way, I see nothing here where it says where the rabbi dating. If you click on dating, it doesn't go to like a rabbi.
No, it goes to an ad. Don't click on that.
Okay.
No, because I didn't want to click it to lead to a direct story. Because I didn't want to talk about the man himself. I wanted to talk about the issue.
Okay, because then you said, how come you don't know who I'm talking about? See, you understand my point is, I didn't read your blog.
Okay.
So I just like looked at that and I thought he's taking a shot at me.
So Rebecca Black released another music video tonight. She did that. I think she did that music video Friday. I can't wait for Friday. That's when I go party with my friends. Friday. I go party with my friends. Friday. She's this 14-year-old girl with this big hit music video on
YouTube.
On YouTube.
She's a YouTube sensation.
Are you a big fan of Rebecca Black?
I have no opinion. I didn't really pay attention to her.
So, do you have any thoughts on the past week? Anything we talked about last week? Anything that's happened for you over the past 7 days?
No, the only thing I'm interested in is we have this guy named Reb Taco.
Yeah, I like him. He writes with good grammar. His points are sharp, and he's funny. And
do you know
Reb
who he is?
Taco, no, I totally dig you, Reb Taco. You're my friend, and you can buy me lunch anytime.
I just want to know who he is.
You don't like to not know who people are.
Yeah, it's like same thing like being ignored.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's like
you want to be able to figure people out. And put them
I want to
in
know.
a box.
I want to know who they are. You know, like tell me
Right.
who you are, right? It's like I feel like I'm not being honest with you. I don't know who you are. You know, like you know who I am. So why don't I get to know who you are, right? It's like it's the same principle of being ignored, right? Like tell me who you are. Okay, so Reb Taco, if you have to, you write to me offline or whatever. But I need to know who you are.
Reb Taco, I accept you just as you are. You don't have to write to me offline. If you want to send money, that's cool.
Oh, yeah, one of those anonymous internet cowards. Okay, so
I respect you just the way you are. Don't go changing to try to please me. Don't change the name of your Torah chat login. What are some of the
that's
other
Billy
buses?
Joel, right?
What are some of that?
Oh, Garden Fun, that's Ellen. You want to say hello to Ellen?
Hey, Garden Fun.
I'm going on vacation next month, and I just want to let you know in case you email me while I'm away.
What? You've been emailing with Ellen behind my back? There was a time when she used to like email me, or I'm not sure if she emailed me, but she used to like say things in the chat rooms like, "Oh, what's it like in Leviism in this certain situation?" and "Oh, how I wish I could live in Leviism right now," and Leviism seems like such a calm, happy place, and Leviism just seems like a tranquil beach in the tropics. But now it's just all these questions for the rabbi. That's okay, I'm not insecure.
But this other person, this Reb Taco, says they're one of those anonymous internet cowards. They nailed it. Is that one of your friends? Do you think Reb Taco is your friend?
I have no idea who he is, and I don't care, because I don't want him to go changing. Don't change the color of your eyes. Ooh.
All right. Just killed that. You want to call it a quits?
I'm pretty much done.
Okay, so you want to tell the children?
So important, kiddies, that you stay off the crack and you stay in yeshiva.